John Heilemann is managing editor of Bloomberg Politics. He has a front row seat to this election as host and executive producer of the Circus, inside the greatest political show on earth. The program airs on Showtime, a division of CBS. Good morning.
Hi, guys.
You're back from Milwaukee, I assume?
On Wisconsin, as they say.
This could be, I'm asking a question, a game changer for the Republicans and maybe even for the Democrats.
It's a really important contest, and you've got two frontrunners who had more or less, it seemed to a lot of people, were on track to lock up their respective nominations, both on track, not necessarily, but on track to maybe lose today in Wisconsin or tonight in Wisconsin.
And if they do?
Changes both races, one more than the other. I mean, I think on the Republican side, if Donald Trump loses tonight and loses decisively, like walks away with no delegates, it becomes almost impossible for him to get to 1,237, to get a majority of delegates before the convention. So Ted Cruz wins big tonight in Wisconsin. We are on track for then a contested/brokered convention on the Republican side. That's a big deal.
And is there a second storyline that emerges on the Republican side out of Wisconsin that if Trump loses, that this is a win for Paul Ryan, the speaker, who's from Wisconsin, Reince Priebus, the chairman from the RNC, Walker forces? I mean, do they have a lot of power in that state?
It is a win for certainly the Republican establishment in Wisconsin in toto. Scott Walker, Reince Priebus, Paul Ryan, amazingly, all huge national figures in a lot of ways, all decided they were going to get on board the Never Trump train, and they put their muscle into that. Also, importantly, something that has not happened to Trump before, conservative talk radio in Wisconsin all got together and joined the same cause. And so you had an interesting combination of things, plus a state with a lot of suburban Republican women who were really turned off by some of the things Trump has done and said over the course of the last week. So those are all the kind of blueprint for how Donald Trump may stumble here in Wisconsin.
So last week clearly hurt him in Wisconsin, it would seem.
No doubt. Worst week of the campaign for him by far, and that's not just conventional wisdom, that's real.
So now we have both Donald Trump and
Hillary Clinton?
No.
Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz.
John Kasich?
No, Donald Trump and Ted
John
Cruz.
Heilemann.
John Heilemann. Saying, listen, Kasich, you need to get out.
Yeah.
Kasich says, look, I ain't going anywhere.
Right.
Is this a sign that Kasich is hurting both parties, both candidates clearly? And who's he hurting more?
Well, if you look down the road to these northeastern states that are coming up, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, those are all states where John Kasich could do relatively well. And they're states where he will take votes away from Donald Trump. Trump has a surprising amount of support in the moderate part of the Republican Party. So Kasich hurts Trump down the line. He hurts Cruz even further down the line because the only way Ted Cruz becomes the nominee is in a contested convention. And Cruz wants Kasich out of the way so he can be the only Trump alternative.
Great to see you, John.
And we didn't even get to talk about Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders.
We did not.
I'll have to come back.
Yes.
It is.
Will you have me?
to.
Will you have me?
It is a bit of a
Where are you at
circus.
5 after 9?
Wherever you want me, Charlie, always.
Thank you, John Heilemann. It's a bit of a circus, but sure is fun to watch. Thank you.